This is what we know so far about the missing Titanic submersible. Hey guys, it's Raph the Titanic guy Avila here, and I wanted to provide you an update on the ongoing situation with the OceanGate Expeditions sub that went missing on its way to the Titanic. Today is June 20th, and it has now been a day and a half since the news initially broke. Right now, I'm going to provide a recap on the timeline of events. I'm going to update you on what was said on the press conference that was held by the US Coast Guard earlier today, and I'm going to provide you more details on the 5 confirmed passengers that are currently on the missing sub called the Titan. So if you're just tuning in, this is basically what has happened so far. On Sunday morning, June 18th, the submersible Titan operated by OceanGate Expeditions was launched and on its way to the wreck of the Titanic. 2 hours into the 8-hour expedition, that vessel lost contact with the main ship, the Polar Prince. It was supposed to send a ping every 15 minutes. At a certain point, this communication stopped. The sub was due to resurface on Sunday afternoon, and when it did not resurface, the crew raised the alarm with authorities approximately 25 minutes later. Now, on Monday morning, June 19th, authorities revealed that the Titan was missing and a large-scale search operation had been launched. At the time, the Titan had approximately 96 hours of emergency oxygen left. The US Coast Guard also began sweeping a massive area 900 miles off the coast of Cape Cod, Massachusetts. Now, all this brings us to today, June 20th. The US Coast Guard held a press conference earlier this afternoon with the following key updates. It was confirmed that there are 5 passengers on this missing sub. The missing submersible has less than 40 hours left of oxygen based on previous estimates. They confirmed that this is in fact their top priority mission right now. They also confirmed that they still have not located the sub. They do not know where it's currently at. Captain Frederick of the US Coast Guard said the search efforts have not yielded any results thus far. Search and rescue operations have covered an area of 7,600 square miles, which is an area larger than the US state of Connecticut. The Coast Guard has also commenced a dive of a remotely operated vehicle, or ROV, at the last known location of the sub, the Titan. And they mentioned that the US Coast Guard, the US Navy, and Canada are all working around the clock. In addition, the spokesperson said that the search was, quote, very complex, but experts will do everything in our power to effect a rescue if the sub was located. Again, at this time, the whereabouts of the sub are still unknown. OceanGate also confirmed that its CEO, Stockton Rush, is aboard the submersible. The US military has deployed planes, equipment, and subject matter experts to support research and rescue operations, and a French research vessel has also joined the search. Now, with all that being said, time is quickly running out, and the US Coast Guard mentioned that even if they located the sub right now, it is not a guarantee that they could actually rescue the submersible in time. Now, this is everything that we currently know on the 5 missing passengers. So the first passenger we know about is Hamish Harding. He is the chairman of a British aircraft firm called Action Aviation, and he himself posted on social media accounts on Sunday that he would be on board the submersible. He is known to be quite the adventurer. He has flown on one of Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin space flights, and he holds world records for flying around the world and deep sea diving. In 2016, he accompanied Buzz Aldrin to the South Pole when the former astronaut became the oldest person to reach the South Pole at age 86. Next, we have Paul-Henri Narzolei. He's described by OceanGate as Titanic's greatest explorer. Paul-Henri Narzolei is the director of underwater research for RMS Titanic Inc., which organizes expeditions to the wreck to recover artifacts. Mr. Narzolei, he's a formal naval officer, and he has led several expeditions to the Titanic himself and has completed 35 dives. He's also supervised the recovery of 5,000 artifacts, including a 20-ton section of the ship's hull. Next, we have Shazada Darwood. He is a UK-based Pakistani businessman who is a vice chairman of his family business. He's also thought to be one of the richest men in Pakistan. Mr. Darwood is a trustee at the SETI Institute, which looks for extraterrestrial life, and a member of the Global Advisory Board of King Charles Charity Prince's Trust International. He has 2 children, and in fact, his 19-year-old son, Suleiman Darwood, is actually the other passenger on board this missing vessel. And finally, we have Stockton Rush, who is the CEO and founder of OceanGate Expeditions, which operates the Titan, the submersible that has gone missing. OceanGate's business is to provide crewed submersible services for researchers and explorers to travel deep into the ocean. Now, Mr. Rush is a very experienced pilot, and in fact, he became the youngest jet transport-rated pilot in the world at the age of 19. Obviously, this is all very, very disturbing news, and we continue to pray for the well-being of these 5 individuals. As the U.S. Coast Guard mentioned, there are probably less than 40 hours left of oxygen, so time is really running out. I think everybody is very, very concerned, and we're really hoping for a positive outcome. Now, these are all the updates that I have today, June 20th. I will continue to update you guys as the information comes in. Personally, if you ask me what happened, I think there are a couple different possibilities. Number one, there is a chance that the communication was somehow lost and the submersible was indeed able to resurface and that they're bobbing around the Atlantic Ocean. That to me would be the best case scenario. Hopefully the US Coast Guard or some other vessels will be able to locate them. They'll have enough oxygen and they'll simply just be waiting for rescue. However, some of the other options I think are a little bit more gruesome, and unfortunately now I think they're becoming increasingly more likely. If there was some sort of leak, when you are down there, the pressure is immense. If there is something that affected the integrity of that vessel, I think it's very possible that we would have seen some sort of implosion. If the vessel implodes, then unfortunately those 5 individuals, they also implode and they're gone just like that. I think the final scenario is that there was some sort of malfunction with the Titan, and unfortunately they're down in the ocean floor waiting to be discovered, waiting to be rescued as the oxygen slowly runs out. Once again, I will keep you guys updated. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will talk to you guys soon.